What is going on? It's your friend, your pal, your commandant, Frank, from just another talking head. So our little friend, Greta Thunberg, she went to Alberta to bitch and tell Albertans they're evil. She did this about a week before our election. So what are you trying to do here, Greta? Persuade voters? Is this another case of foreign interference in an election? Jesus, you and Obama, you guys are like two peas in a pod, man. So what Greta fails to realize is, and if she did her research, and maybe she's incapable of doing her research, on account of the crippling depression, the autism, the select mutism, and the OCD. Maybe she's not the one coming up with all these speeches, and maybe. But what she doesn't realize, and what her handlers don't realize, and I mean her parents, who are pieces of shit. Greta's parents, you're pieces of shit. Anyway, what they don't realize is, yes, Alberta has the third most oil in the world. But it's not exactly what you would call traditional oil. It's more oil sands. And, for those that don't know, and I'm sure Greta's one of them, that just means the sand is black with oil. And these companies remove it. And then after they're done, they put it back. And all the land that they pulled the oil from, after they're done, they actually recapture the land, or reclaim it, whatever the term is. And the land looks immaculate, beautiful, like nothing happened. And I'm not sure she knew this. And even worse, I expect this kind of thing from Greta. I still say, Greta, shut the fuck up. But what they don't realize is... Oh, no, sorry. That's not where I'm going. I had a long night. What I'm most disappointed in is the people of Alberta. Albertans. You've always been good conservatives. You made a stupid mistake, and you voted for an NDP government that hated your largest industry. And what happened? I'll tell you what happened, for those of you that don't know. It cost the province about 100,000 jobs. And when election time came, they got outed, or ousted. Yeah, not outed. They're not gay. They're not gay and married and pretending to live a double life. They got ousted. So the people of Alberta, you lost 100,000 jobs. You hated it, and you corrected it, and now you're buying into this bullshit. I don't know if you realize, Alberta, just how stupid that is. I thought you were smarter than that. Now, I know the people that went were probably primarily children and women, but even the women, I'm sure a lot of you are married to oil men, and you love your mansions because they make a lot of money. So why would you even entertain this bullshit? Why would you entertain any bullshit about global warming, or climate change, or global cooling, or acid rain, or the ozone layer? It's always fucking something, okay? This isn't new. It's been going on in the mainstream media since the 70s. And the name has always changed until they finally change it to just climate change. Because when somebody says, well, if it's global warming, why is it getting colder? Or when it was global cooling, why is it getting warmer? So they figured, hey, let's change it. Let's change it to climate change. That way we cover all our bases. You guys should be smarter. You know Canada is a small fry when it comes to global emissions. And that's not, who's to say CO2 even causes heat? Because there's no correlation. Regardless of stupid hockey sticks, and fucking 93% of scientists agree, which was debunked. Both of those things were debunked, by the way. I'm sure everyone knows. Canada produces 1.6%. So, Greta, dear, are you going to go to China? Are you going to bitch? Are you going to ask China to let you in? Are they going to invite you to come over? No, they're not. Why? Because they're focused on creating more and more coal plants. You know, because they need to have power for their 1.2 plus billion people. So, my advice to you, Greta, dear, is leave Canada alone. In fact, leave everybody alone. You know, you have a crisis going on in your own fucking country. And it doesn't involve oil, okay? It involves crime, it involves murder, it involves rape. And it involves mass immigration. Not even really legal immigration, just anybody. Oh, you're an asylum seeker? Come on in. Live in my house. Stab me 75 times. You have girls that are being told they shouldn't dress a certain way because they don't want to, if they don't want to get raped. You have fucking murders happening. You have rapes happening. Sweden is the Western rape capital of the fucking world. And you're talking about oil? You're talking about how companies and governments have ruined your childhood? Lady, girl, the governments of the world have been trying to put these fucking global warming taxes on everybody. So no, it's not the only people fighting this are the government, or are the fucking companies. And, you know, some guy named Donald Trump, who I know is evil, right? Orange man bad and all that fucking shit. Go focus on your country. Go focus on your feminist government that has totally ruined your country. They suppress media. People aren't allowed to speak about who the perpetrators are in these crimes. You have fucking no-go zones in Sweden. Sweden. You guys used to be the most liberal, free country in the world at one point. Well before you were born. And then it all changed. I wonder why. What happened? What happened to cause your rape statistics to sky through the roof? What whatever. What happened that caused your murder rates to go up? I don't know. I mean, maybe that's a question for a smarter man. But this dumb guy can put two and two together. I know what happened. You guys started letting everybody in that didn't exactly jive with your way of life. And now your people are suffering. But you decided to take a boat to North America and bitch at countries that haven't let that shit happen, and talk to them as if they're the bad guys. Talk to your own government, because they're failing you and they're failing every other woman in the country and every other man in the country. That's my piece. Greta, I've said this to you before. Shut the fuck up. I don't care that you're 16. I don't care that you have mental issues. Because when you put yourself in the public light, you become a target to criticism. And I don't like you. I don't like what you stand for. And I don't like the fact that your shitty parents have put you up to this. You know, there's a guy in Canada, David Suzuki. He did the same thing to his daughter. And now she's a fucking screaming activist harpy. Trust me, you don't want to be that. And, you know, all this shit about your childhood being destroyed. No, little girl. Your parents destroyed your childhood. They made you believe that you were going to die by the time you were, I don't know, 20, whatever. They put the fear of God in you. So maybe you should pull your little speech on them. How dare them? Not how dare us. We're just living our fucking lives the best way we can. We don't have the ability to have some unnamed backer pay for our trips to go bitch at countries, to take sailboats across the world just for the crew to fly back. So not only are you an asshole, you're also a hypocrite. And that's it for today. Anyway, have a fantastic Sunday. I gotta go pick my dog up. And that's it. I'm done. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.